Alright, hello everyone, and welcome to a very fun day. A very fun day that we have ahead of us here, ladies and gentlemen. Today is April 1st, 2016. I am Darkside Phil, and welcome to today's stream, which is going to be, as you can see, a pretty fun, crazy marathon of Conker's Bad Fur Day HD. In fact, I might as well remove that so you can actually see the dancing around on the menu here. I actually do like how on the Xbox One, when you're on the menu, if you're in a game and you kind of back out of it, you could still see the game kind of playing in the background. So like an app on a mobile device that you kind of minimize. I like that. So hello and welcome everyone. Hope you're doing well on this very first day of April. April's going to be a crazy month for me because it's going to be a balance of new game releases, ongoing playthroughs of games like Dark Souls 3, maybe sticking in a little bit of Persona 3 here and there. My birthday is coming up this month. In fact, it's in just a few days. That's kind of cool. I don't know if I'm even going to be doing anything to celebrate it. Last year I did. Last year I went to dinner. I don't even know this year if I'm going to. Quite honestly, with all the stuff going on, with all the crazy fun stuff going on with gaming, and gaming being my job, I don't even know if I'm going to have time to celebrate my birthday. We'll see, I guess. It certainly would be nice. I'm not going to lie, it would be nice to go out and do something. I just don't know if I'm going to be able to. And there's some other good stuff happening this month as well. I'm going to talk about this on pre-stream here today. But I would like to say welcome to today's stream, a marathon stream, which means it's not just going to be a few hours of gameplay like it usually is. I'm going to be playing Conker's Bad Fur Day HD here in the Rare Replay collection from last summer on Xbox One. I'm going to be beating it today, hopefully. I don't know how much longer I have in the game. I didn't really get a read on anyone about how much more there is. People told me that my first marathon, I was more than halfway through. So, just to be upfront with everyone here. Let's say that I start playing the game, and I end up beating it within, say, 3-4 hours. Well, the stream was planned to go till roughly around 7 p.m. Pacific time. So if I do end up beating the game pretty early, what I may end up doing is something else. Now, there's a few options, a few things that are on the table already. I've been chatting with people in stream chat. One thing that people have thrown out there is, why don't I play the Final Fantasy 15 Platinum demo that was released yesterday. Actually, I take that back. It was released Wednesday. And that's a possibility. It's only an hour long, supposedly. And I was already planning on playing it sometime this weekend, possibly Sunday night. But hey, if I finish this up quickly, I have no problem with switching over and doing that, okay? Now, I want to make this clear, though. That's only if we have time. If, like, we play up to 6:30... and I beat the game then, no, I'm not going to be extending the stream longer. I mean, that's pretty crazy. It's going to be hopefully around a 7 p.m. kind of finishing time. That's how long I like to have these marathon streams go. Keep in mind, there will be limited breaks during the stream. This is not going to be like other streams where I take a one long break and then we end it early. No, it's going to be limited breaks, maybe a couple breaks during the stream just for me to use the restroom or get a drink or whatever. But the stream will go and go and go. So, it's going to be a fun one. Now, you may hear my air conditioner in the background. I certainly wouldn't blame you if you hear it and you're like, what is this? What is that noise? This ambient noise in the background. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, the time of the year has come where my air conditioner must be turned on. There's no way around this, sadly. My office in my home here in Washington front faces the street where the sun beats on the front of the house all day long. And we've hit the time of year now where it's going to be sunny a lot. And the temperatures have heated up. It's actually between 60 and 70 degrees outside. Unfortunately, my office, it's about 85 to 90 degrees. Like, no exaggeration or anything. That's actually the temperature it is right now. It's really fucking hot in the office. So, I've got the air conditioner on. I managed to get the temperature down to around 75 degrees in the office, which is nice. It's cool. It's perfect. But the thing is, it's going to be going on and off all day long. And you're going to hear it, and nothing I could do about it. So, I apologize for that. But, this always happens. Last year was the first year where I had the air conditioner here with my new setup in the office in Washington. And no one really complained. Everyone said because of the new microphone that I have and the soundproofing foam and everything, that you could hear it very lightly in the background, but it's not like a really distracting sound. So that's good. And again, I apologize in advance if it is, humming there as an ambient noise in the background, and you hear it every once in a while turn on. Not much I could do about it. It's just a necessary evil for all the electronics I have in this room. If this room was 90 degrees all the time, the electronics would probably malfunction and melt. So I need to have the air conditioner on. Alright, so we're going to be starting shortly with Conker's Bad Fur Day HD, the continuation. I'm going to be honest with everyone. I'm going to need help today. Because, number one, I haven't played this game since December. It was actually December 31st, I believe. Was it December 31st? I think it was. That I played the last marathon. And I really like the game, although there are some kind of archaic game mechanics and frustrations. I do really like the game. However, the one thing about it is I don't know what to do next. I actually remember, back in December, I had finished off this big marathon. There was a crazy-ass race that was difficult, and then I had to do a big boss fight against this giant, caveman Neanderthal-style guy. I had a dinosaur with me, and I finished all that up. But where we left off, if you don't remember, there's 2 places left to go. And I don't know where to go. That's the problem. Right now, there's 2 ways. There's one way, there's this tower, and in the tower, there's a bunch of gears that are missing from this puzzle on the wall. And they're like, if you have the gears, you can solve this puzzle, you can get the lift to work. But I haven't found the gears. I don't know where the gears are. I'm completely confused. And then the other thing is there's a water area with a dogfish, and I don't think I could do anything there either, because if I remember correctly, I was told by some NPCs there that there's an item you need or something, and I don't have it yet. So I'm not sure. What exactly to do next in the game, so I might need some guidance from those who are watching in the stream chat here. Anyone who's played the game, rather than me wander around for an hour here as we start and get absolutely nothing done, if someone can at least give me some guidance of what to do next. Especially because, keep in mind, I haven't played it since December, so over 3 months of a wait, I'm going to have to remember everything with the controls and get back into it, which is probably going to take me a little bit here as we begin. But I'm okay with that. We'll jump in, we'll have fun today. It'll be a fun day. Hopefully finish off this game. Excuse me. Unfortunately, this is what happens when my air conditioner turns on. My sinuses act up a little bit till they get used to it. So apologies for that. So today's April Fool's. I just want to warn everyone. Already there's a ton of pranks all over the internet. Some are kind of lighthearted and funny, and some are incredibly mean-spirited. Over the years, I've done April Fool's specials, as you know. Unfortunately, this year there's so much going on that I have just not had any opportunity to set up any kind of a special event, for April Fool's Day. We're in the middle of so much going on this week. We had 2 episodic games. I played some Dark Souls 3. I checked out the Doom multiplayer beta. I did the new stuff in Street Fighter V, which was the Trials and Alex, the new character. I had this marathon to do. There's just so much going on in gaming this week. And it was so busy. Same thing happened last year, too. If you remember last year, I was in the middle of Bloodborne. And I was just in the middle of this amount of time that I had to play it. And I didn't want to kind of drop the ball, especially with the momentum that I had then. Things are a lot different. When I first started on YouTube, the bottom line is big, high-profile game releases were few and far between. You'd have maybe 2-3 of them tops in a month, and I was easily able to cover all the games. Now you've got tons of episodic releases and betas and new games and, games that are really long, and it's a lot different. I actually remember in the past wondering, geez, what am I going to do? Oh, I could do an April Fool's special because there's nothing else going on. And then I would kind of go through my game collection, my classic games collection, and pick out bad games to play. It's not really like that anymore. It's like, for me to do a special event, I actually have to take time out to do it from a busy gaming schedule. gaming has changed. When it hit mainstream, when it became the cool thing, right? Things changed drastically. And this is one of the things, unfortunately, these kind of holiday events, even though they could still happen. You know, remember, we did do a Halloween special last year, which was freaking awesome. They kind of have to be set up and planned ahead, and right at this point, I just didn't have the opportunity. So this year, I decided, why not just do this cool marathon of Conker's Bad Fur Day? This is a game with a lot of adult-oriented, tongue-in-cheek humor. A lot of pop culture references. It is a comedy-style game. So this is kind of the perfect game for today, I feel, right? So, just so you guys know, let's quickly go through the schedule for the next couple of days so you know what to expect. And then I got a big announcement that I think you're going to like, and then we're going to start, okay? So first of all, the schedule for the next several days. Tomorrow, we're returning to Dark Souls 3. I know I haven't played it almost all week. I'm returning to it tomorrow, and the big news is, if you haven't been following me on Twitter, @TheyCallMeDSP, you don't know this yet, the Xbox One version of Dark Souls 3 has patched, which means this is now the actual retail version of the game, the correct difficulty, the correct damage, and all of that. A lot of people were highly critical of all of us who were playing the game early because they were saying it's too easy, the game was nerfed. All of that has been undone. The game is now the full version that everyone will be playing on April 12th. So when I resume tomorrow, it's going to be a lot more difficult, apparently. Oh boy, I can't wait. I seriously can't wait for an even more difficult Dark Souls, seriously. So that's tomorrow. An even more difficult stream of Dark Souls 3 starting tomorrow. Also tomorrow, I'm going to be releasing the final matches of Street Fighter 4 from this week. There's going to be some Alex matches and some Zangief matches. I didn't have a chance to upload them during the week. Didn't want to overflow my channel with videos, so I'll be uploading those tomorrow. This Sunday is going to be a very special event that I hope you're going to tune into, everyone. If you don't know, this Sunday is WrestleMania. It's the one time a year when the WWE, World Wrestling Entertainment, kind of takes the limelight. It's their Super Bowl event, their big event that they like to push every year. And in honor of WrestleMania, I'm bringing back the WWE 2K16 simulation fantasy matches. And that's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be at least 4, I think, simulated matches, including another huge fantasy-style Royal Rumble, which everyone loves the Royal Rumble matches that I put on, because I find the wildest characters, the craziest stuff happens. And it's going to be my gameplay stream for Sunday, the return of this big event, WrestleMania Fantasy Sims. I hope you will join me on Sunday for this momentous occasion, which will be my gameplay stream. And by the way, the stream will end around kind of this time when WrestleMania starts. So if you're a big wrestling fan, you can watch my stream and then immediately tune into WrestleMania and you won't miss anything. So there you have it. That'll be fun. That's this coming Sunday. Monday, I'm going to do one final major stream of Persona 3. This was the Patrons' Choice playthrough game that the patrons nominated and voted on for the past 2 months. And finally, I'm playing it. It'll be the final major stream until it goes on hiatus. But it may not go on hiatus for as long as I thought it would. And what I mean by that is I thought I wasn't going to play it at all during the month of April. But what I'm finding is that there are a few games that really aren't coming out in April that I thought were, including Homefront. And of course, Dark Souls 3 I already have. And also, I thought that later in the month was going to be Mafia 3, but that is not going to happen now. So, because of that, it looks like some time may open up in April for me to do more of Persona 3. And I may do it. It probably won't be a mainstream focus. Like, I won't see me doing it tons of times during the week as, like, a stream. But I may do, like, an offline session here or there of a couple hours. We'll have to see. We'll have to see what happens with that. But yeah, Monday will be the final major stream of Persona 3, okay? And then Monday night, I'll be doing a reactions vlog to WrestleMania. So, you know, watching WrestleMania Sunday night, I'll do my reactions vlog to it Monday night and let you know what I thought of the event. Tuesday this week is a huge day. After years of build-up, finally the game Quantum Break is being released on the Xbox One. I'll be playing it at launch. And I'm also possibly going to play it as a marathon all day long, dependent on how people like it and how I like it, obviously. I'm looking forward to it. It seems like a very different kind of game, and it seems like the kind of game that, similar to, say, Until Dawn, it may actually lend itself pretty well to my commentary, but I don't know. We'll see. But I'm getting that vibe, and I'm pretty excited for it. So that's going to be Tuesday. And then later on in the week, we're going to balance out Quantum Break with Dark Souls 3. Okay? And there's also the possibility that sometime during the week, I may be doing some more either Pokken Tournament or Street Fighter 5. Fair enough. So that's kind of the balance you can expect during the course of this week. A good mix of content, new releases, ongoing coverage of stuff. It's going to be fun. And I hope that you'll join me, because I have two big announcements to make here on the stream. The first, I talked about yesterday, but, there's going to be more people on today's stream and probably watching this pre-stream, so I want to announce it again. FYI, the month of March was great. The month of March was very good for me. Views were way up, especially in comparison to January and February. We got a lot of momentum in the month of March. People pretty much liked what I did, and even though there was nothing that was like an insane standout blowout hit, there was enough going on in the realm of gaming, and also my increase in vlogging and my edited videos, that views were way up. And, financially, it's really helping me out. I can tell you that. And if we could keep up this momentum, if we can keep this excitement around everything I'm doing, and people are tuning in for all the new stuff and everything, it's going to be good. Like, if we can keep this going through April, through May, into the summer, I think things are going to work out, and I'm going to be able to keep doing this full time. It's that good news. Like, that's really good news, because I was on the fence, this year about what was going to happen, if I was going to be able to keep doing this full time or not. And right now, it's looking good. It's looking positive. Based off of this month's results, this March results, if I can keep it at this level, things are going to be great. So thank you for that. Thank you for a great month of March. No matter what you watched, no matter what happened, you made it happen, and stuff was really good this month. I'm really excited for a happy April now, okay? Now, the other big thing, and this is good, this is great news, this is hot off the presses, it's the first time that I'm stating it. I'll talk about it later on social media, but I want to talk about it now publicly. It was very, very uncertain what was going to happen with Patreon in the month of March, because last minute, unfortunately, a lot of people reduced their pledges, and unfortunately, we were way under the goal for March, which was going to be a Blizzard Marathon. And patrons were going to vote on if they wanted to see me play World of Warcraft, or Heroes of the Storm, or Hearthstone in a marathon stream at the end of April. But unfortunately, we were under the goal. And because of that, there will be no marathon stream for the very first time. And I'm very disappointed that we didn't hit the goal for the very first time. It's very disheartening after a year of doing it. We did not hit the goal. And, it is what it is. It happens. I don't know what happened. I guess the goal I set up wasn't good enough. And I blame myself. As of today, it is official. I'm closing down Patreon. Alright, I'm completely full of shit. We hit the goal. I'm not a good fibber. Actually, I am a good fibber when I plan it and when it's, like, elaborately staged. But no, we hit the goal. We narrowly hit the goal. Let me put it that way. But we did hit the goal. We did. We hit the monthly goal for March. And let me tell you something. It certainly wasn't any lack of effort on my part. I was talking about it all day yesterday. I was posting it up multiple times on Twitter that we're under the goal. We're under the goal. And I want to say thank you to any of you who came out and kind of said, well, this sucks. I really want to see Phil succeed. I really want to see this goal happen. I want to see the successful streak continue. Because a bunch of people came out and pledged last minute who normally would. And a few people who already have ongoing pledges upped their pledges to try to help out. And it worked. All right? It worked. We hit the goal. We actually exceeded the goal by a little bit. And it's funny because I was very skeptical because typically we have a bunch of people who get declined every month who pledge. And it's true. In fact, over 20 people, I think it was 26 people, were actually declined. They tried to have their pledges charged and they were declined. But the good news is, those people were all people who did small pledges, like $1. So it ended up like being like $60 didn't process, but because everyone kind of came together and rallied last minute and upped their pledges, we did hit the goal. So it's awesome, right? Like, I was very worried because last minute, like I said, we were exceeding the goal, and then last minute a bunch of people lowered their pledges, and I was like, oh shit. But we did it. So thank you. Another month of success, another month of hitting the goals. It's now over a year, by the way. I started back in February of 2015. That's a great feeling to know that I have a dedicated fan base. I have a dedicated group of viewers who want to see me succeed, who want to see me keep doing this, who think there's value in my content, that I'm different from other people, and you want to see me keep doing it this way. And thank you. Like, really, yesterday, I'm not even kidding, even though I kept kind of hounding about it everywhere, I'd given up, really. I was like, this is it, there's not much I could do about it. It's going to be the first month we don't hit it. And then we did, and that made me feel like so overwhelmingly positive about keeping this up and doing it. So thank you for that. Now, here's the thing, though. It's pretty obvious, the fact that we barely did it, that something is wrong and something needs to improve, okay? So what I'll tell you is this. Please send me your suggestions for new goals. I mean, marathons, gaming marathons are one thing I've been doing. Patron's Choice is another. But outside of those two goals at this point, I'm not really sure what else I could possibly do as a goal on Patreon that I'm not already doing. You know what I mean? So if you could, please suggest a new goal that I could do possibly even as early as this month of April. And there's two ways you could submit this. Either you could post it up on the kingofhate.com forums. Okay? That's one way. There's people already talking about it in a thread there. Or you could just privately send your ideas to me at darksidephil@hotmail.com. Darksidephil@hotmail.com is my public email that you can send me stuff, okay? Yeah, I'm a little tapped for ideas, let's put it that way. Besides gaming marathons and Patron's Choice, I'm not really sure what else I could do at this point. And I really would like your ideas. Now, keep in mind, these are not perks that I need help with. The perks that I have set up right now, I think are good. Getting your question answered on Ask the King, or a private Q&A video. We're getting premium forum access and voting on ongoing events. We're getting text or verbal thank yous. That stuff is good. Okay? But I think that there's kind of confusion between what's a goal and what's a perk. A goal is a thing that's a monthly goal if we hit a funding level and everyone gets it. Okay? Because some people on the forum started talking about, why don't you do private chat sessions with people over, like, Skype and stuff? And I'm like, well, I mean, it's possible, but that's a perk. That wouldn't be a goal, A goal is a big event that I could do that's going to affect everyone, something big. If we, a celebration of hitting a funding level. So, send me your ideas, all right? Okay, so that's really about it, Just very quickly, I know those of you who are here today are probably my more dedicated fans regardless. And you guys know how you can help me out. Follow me on social media at TheyCallMeDSP on Twitter. And please retweet and fave when I do a tweet that you like. Because the more social media reach I have, honestly, the more reach I have just over anything. And it's important. It helps the business. Please use the Amazon Associate link in the description of all my streams and videos when you shop on Amazon.com. Spread the word about my videos, Patreon, of course, and you can check out my girlfriend's business, The Black Current, at etsy.com/shop/The Black Current, spelled CURRANT. And you can shop for cool handmade glycerin soaps and wax tart melts there. She's very successful. She has over a year now, hundreds and hundreds of orders shipped all around the world. Pretty cool. And last but not least, coming up soon, I'm not sure how soon, I may be getting involved with some sponsorship opportunities. I don't know yet. I certainly don't want to jump the gun, but there may be some sponsorship things going on stream in the near future. And we'll see. We'll see what happens with that. I'll have more info for you on that as we approach it, okay? All right, everyone. That is it. Thank you for being patient. Now is the time for the beginning of today's marathon stream of Conker's Bad Fur Day HD. You guys are awesome. I thank you very much for being patient. And now we shall begin with Conker's Bad Fur Day HD. All right, thank you, and let's do it.